पूर्वम् यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तमहदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशम् मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महाभ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहिता प्रज्ञानगणः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवास्मि ब्रह्मैवास्मि। ओम वेदांतार्थ विभासकाय गुरवे शांताय सन्यासिने नानावादी नगेन्द्र संघपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्त दिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां विव्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततम् पूर्णाय बोधात्मने सर्वतन्त्र स्वतन्त्राय सदात्माद्वैतवेदिने श्रीमते शंकरार्याय वेदांत गुरवे नमः। योऽवतीर्ण इहाचार्य रूपेण यतीनां मुदे श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे तं हरिं करुणानिधिं। मननाख्यं प्रकरणं वासुदेवयतीश्वरैः नाद्य संग्रहेण प्रकाश्यते बालानामुपकाराय मम विज्ञानसिद्धये तत्र श्रीबालगोपाल कृष्ण सन्निहितो भवेत्। ओम page number 89 in the physical copy and 102 in the PDF of Dakshinamurti publication. Ananda Dukkha Viveka. Since the topic has begun as Atmanatma Viveka, then what is Atma? What is Anatma? In order to distinguish so that there is this discrimination, we require the Lakshanam of Atma as well as Anatma. Shariratraya Vilakshanatvam is the Lakshanam of Atma. So naturally, the element of Shariratraya, which is there in the definition, is Anatma Padartha, and that what is Vilakshanam from Anatma is Atma. So, what is that Atma? In that question, now it's still that it is Vilakshanam is okay, but Swarupataha, what is it? Is being told as Satchidananda. So, when it is said it is Satchidananda, then what is Sat? What is Chid? And what is Ananda is going to be a question. So now, in the last word of that conjugated word is Ananda. Itaha Paramanandasya Dukkhasya cha Vailakshanyam Uchyate. What is being told to us over here is the Vailakshanyam, the difference, the distinction between Paramananda and Dukkham. Ananda Lakshanam Kimiti Chet, what is called as Ananda? Nirupadhikam, Niratishayam, Yat Sukham, Sa Ananda. We have seen this line, and it says basically what is Ananda? It is Sukham. ठीक है, तो थोड़ी देर वो करेगा आवाज, रखो नहीं तो तुम्हारे लिए बैठना मुश्किल होगा. Yet Sukham sa Ananda. So Sukham is called as Ananda, is fine. But when is Sukham called as Ananda is also the question. So Nirupadhikam, Niratishayam, and then Bhaskar has found in Vani Vilas Press one more word in that line. So this is the part where Nityam, Nirupadhikam, Niratishayam, Nityam, Yat Sukham, Sa Ananda. Where there is no condition and also there is no limit to it is called as Anand. When the Sukham does not have any condition associated to it or any limit, when it is not delimited, it is, and it is Nityam, is called as Ananda. Okay. So now Sukham we experience, there is Sukham of mango and apple. So Sukham of eating apple is not the Sukham of eating mango. So you have enjoyed an apple, but you have not enjoyed mango. So you're still looking forward to consume mango so that the Sukham of mango can be had. So now there is Sukham, but how is it conditional? It is anityam, conditional, and it is limited. Okay. Really speaking, what has limited your Sukham? When you have associated it with apple and mango. Sukham is Sukham. Why have condition on it? But when associated, it becomes as if limited. So it is basically Sukham only. But because now, one day there was some spiritual leader who had come to Pune. And one very senior lady sang a song over there in that gathering. Now, that gentleman in said, which was a little demeaning, and he said, "You sang that song, but it would have had been nicer had there to be some devotion in it." Okay. Which means that in his opinion, it is when he sings the song, there is devotion. When somebody else sings, there is no devotion. So, this is something that happened way back in the decade of 90s when I used to live in Pune. So this lady later on walked to him and she said, "Maharaj, sky is not only that what you see from your window. From your window, all that you see is a square. And so the space is just not square. It is square because you are seeing it from your window. Otherwise, sky has no limit. So if you mean to say that only when you sing, it is full of devotion, and if somebody else sings, it is not good enough, it is not acceptable to me, then you do not know. Ah, Sukham, it is basically, Sukham is Sukham. But why is now you are calling Sukham as Ananda? Because so that you understand that you have delimited Sukham through a condition. Whether it is apple or your son or your job or your house or your car, does not matter. So, nirupadhikam, niratishayam, nityam, yat sukham, sa anandaha. So, we don't have to say that ananda is something different from this. Oh, it is basically sukham only. Why are you calling it ananda then? Why? Because for you, sukham means justice. That's why. Is ananda. Dukkha lakshanam kimiti chet. Let us finish this chapter today. It will be better. Dukkha lakshanam kimiti chet. What is then the distinguishing characteristic of dukkha? Pratikulataya vedaniyatvam. We have done all this, right? Where are we?
Till end of this sentence, Swamiji. That's all.
Okay. Pratikulataya vedaniyatvam. Itarecha, hinecha, vishayabhinnatve sati, dvesha vishayatvam va. Now this parishkrita, this refined definition, also we have seen. Itarecha means now there is sukham. So you have desire for sukham. Then you also desire apple. Is apple sukham? Or you are going to get sukham because of apple. Therefore, apple is the sadhana. Then in technically speaking, what is apple? Sukhetar. It is what? Other than the sukha. It is sukha sadhana. So sukhetar. Itare cha adhina ichha. So itare cha is the sukha sadhana se ichha. Why is the sukha sadhana from desired? For sukham. So itare cha adhina ichha vishayatva is there. So now when we are saying Dvesha Vishayatvam, that if it was to be said Dvesha Vishayatvam, it would have had overspread even in the Sukha Sadhana. And therefore, in order to say that what is Dukkham, it is something other than Sukham, definitely, but also other than Sukha Sadhanam. Got it? Therefore, in also see how carefully the definitions are cultivated, or what do they call it? Structured. Itare cha, dhine cha, vishaya bhinnatve sati, dvesha vishayatvam va. Then tattu trividham. This dukkham is further trifurcated. Trividham. Adhyatmikam, adhibhautikam, adhidaivikam cha iti. Okay. How is this dukkham? It is from its physical elements. Adhyatmikam means arising from yourself. Adhyatmikam. Adi bhautikam from the physical elements. And then from those elements which control the physical elements. Adi daivikam. Okay. So therefore, we have dukkham coming from these three sources. Dukkham is dukkham. Where it comes from is irrelevant, really speaking. But if you want to deal with and take away that particular dukkham, then you also need to know the source from where it is coming. So adhyatmikam, adi, adi bhautikam, adi daivikam cha iti. Tatra. So what is adhyatmikam? Here it goes. Tatra indriyaihi dehe eva vata pitta shleshma vaiparityena jayamanam vyadhyadi dukkham adhyatmikam. Now, something that dukkham, because it is pratikula vedana, when it is experienced in this very body, dehe eva, because of indriyas, you see something that is horrible. Or no, let us not put it. It is in the deha only. Indriyaihi. Dehe eva vata pitta shleshma vaiparityena. Because of the imbalance of these humors. Okay? Vata, pitta and kapha. Because of vaiparityena, jayamanam, that which is thus born, is called as vyati, the different diseases. So those diseases which we have, ailments which we have, is called, it is dukkham, and that's why you want to do away with it. And hence it is dukkham, and that is coming from your own body, your own mind, and therefore it is adhyatmikam, based on the atma, yourself. There you don't see a source outside yourself. It is that adhyatmikam. Bhutaishcha, bhautikaihi cha, sarpa vyagratihi chayamanam, dukkham adhibhautikam. Now, what is that is coming from this physical elements, whether it is a mosquito, scorpion, or something as big as a tiger, or your neighbor, or your mother-in-law, whatever. What is it all? Adibhautikam. Okay. Bhutaihi bhautikaihi cha. Sarpa vyagratihi jaya. Sarpa vyagra in that category, mother-in-law, father, all these things. What to do? In Bhautikam only it is that's why it is Adi Bhautikam. Adi Bhautikam Sarpa Vyagrati Jayamanam Dukkham Adi Bhautikam. Then Devaihi Jayamanam. Now that which is coming because of the Devatas. Devatas means at least, when it comes to your Adhyatmika Dukkha, you have a great deal of control. Even when it is coming from Adi Bhautikam, you have some degree of control. If it is some tiger and all, you can just climb up the tree or something like that. Or if it is your mother-in-law, you can run away or shut her in the bathroom. But there is some degree of control. Okay, lesser than Adi Bhautikam, Adi Daivikam, less control. But there is control. But what about Adi Daivikam? Almost you do not have any control over it. But yet there are upayas even to do away with the Adhidaivika. What is that? Ativrishti, Anavrishti, Vidyutpatadi Dukkham Adhidaivika. We are living here in this Himalayan region. So landslides are common. Every second day there is a landslide in some part. So, Bhuskalan, there is a landslide. Not avalanche, but a landslide. Some, the rocks and all this soil runs onto the road. So, Ativrishti, Anavrishti, heavy rainfall, or no rain at all, Anavrishti, Vidyutpat, where the lightning strikes, Vidyutpat, Patadi Dukkham, and it is all causes of Dukkham. This is Adi Daivikam. In this Adi Daivika Dukkha, you have Adi Daivika Upayas. So you will have to do the Upayas according to the Dukkha that is there. When you have Adhyatmika Dukkha, do the Adhyatmika Upayas. Correct? Suppose if it is, what happened was, I was somewhere in Nasik, and many years ago, I was sitting in some garden somewhere. Then suddenly one gentleman came and seeing my, I don't have to give an introduction saying that I'm a Hindu monk or anything. The clothes are some, they're quite eloquent. So this man came, sat next to me, and then he said, you know what, where are you from? And then I used to live in Kashi then. So I said, I'm from Kashi. I'm living there on the Lalita Ghat and so on and so forth. Then he gave his own introduction. He said, I am Adhyatmik Guru in this Nasik region, and I have about 80,000 Shishyas. I said, very nice, sir. You know what? You have Shishyas, you have Shishyas. Then, they are greater than Sri Krishna and Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya are four Shishyas. Sri Krishna only two Shishyas. 80,000. Now, you see. Then he says, yeah? So then he said, I'm 80,000 Shishyas. I said, very nice, very nice. And then, because he's sitting there and he obviously wants to strike a conversation, I asked, so what do you do? What do you tell them? How do you guide them? He says, so he gave me an example immediately. He said, because husband and wife, if they come to me, because, they are not able to have, they have some disagreements and fights and all that. So then I tell them that, do the puja of your Kuladevata. Do the puja of your Kuladevata. Every day evening, without fail, you should light one agarbatti to your Kuladevata. Yeah, all this will go away. And people have found it very, they said, please tell me, because that Kuladevata wanted to smell the agarbatti, he put a fight between husband and wife. Yeah. What? Or is that there is a fight between them because there is perhaps some sort of a misunderstanding? So how does lighting one agarbatti removes the misunderstanding between that husband and wife? You tell. Huh? At the most, that evening, their house will be fragrant. Huh? So, you know, that house will become, there will be nice smell in the house. But beyond that, what? Even when the house is going to be nice, smelling nice, they can still keep fighting. So tell me, how has your upaya, your upadesh helped your disciple other than they giving you an envelope of pradakshina? It has helped you, but how has it helped them? You tell. I said, yes, you are right. Right. It means what? I do not to demean anyone. What I mean to say is depending upon what is the type of dukkham, the upaya needs to be arranged. If the dukkham is adhyatmikam, there is going to be adhyatmika upaya. If the dukkham is adibhautikam, the upaya is going to be adibhautikam. There is a tiger chasing you. Now what? Turn back and say, hey, tiger devta. You do that. Some snake is there. You know what you do? Oh, hey, Naga devta, come on, Nagabachamite. I will give you some milk. That is what you tell that. You run away from there, that is better. Over there, that snake is there, and then you are doing all this, hey, Naga devta, and all that. You are arranging Adi Daivika Upaya for an Adi Bhautika Dukkha. And therefore, that is going to be a wrong arrangement. You are trying to make a square peg sit in a round, what do they call? Pit. Huh? So that's why you need to know that there are these vividha dukkhas, and therefore the sources, and according to that you can make that. Adi Daiva, etc., is not what you can just do with inference. You need proper Vaidika, where Atindriya Vishaya can be told to you. Okay, there is this. Devaihi Jayamanam Ativrishti Anavrishti Vidyut Patadi Dukkham Adi Daivikam iti. Now you have understood what is Sukham, what is Dukkha. What is Sukham? Nirupadhika, Niratishaya, Nityam, Yat Sukham, Tad Anandaha. What is Dukkham? Pratikulataya Vedaniyatvam Athava Itarecha Adhinecha Vishaya Pinnatve Sati Dvesha Vishayatvam Va. Okay? Iti. Anandasya dukkhasya cha ko drishtantaha iti chet. Now he is saying, sir, for us to understand things more clearly, if you can provide us with some example, it will be helpful. So, ko drishtantaha, is there any drishtantaha? Uchyate, it is told. Yatha amritam swayam sukharupam sat swam anubhavato jivan api sukhayati. Amrit by itself is Sukharupa. And anybody who consumes that, it makes that person also Sukhi. Yatha Amritam Swayam Sukharupam Sat Swam Anubhavato Jivanapi Sukhayati. Kalakuta Vishayam Swayam Tapakam Sat. Now this Kalakuta Visha. Visha means the poison called as Kalakuta. How is it? It is Ulbanam. It is burning by itself. And then Swayam Tapakam Sat Swam Anubhavato Jivanapi Pidayati. Anybody who comes in contact with it also suffers. Evam bhutayoho amrita vishayoho anyonyam shabdadi panchaprakarehi yatha vailakshanyam. Now, if you have understood what is amrita and visha, they are different from each other in 5 ways. We have seen that. What is it? Shabda, artha, lakshana, pratiti, व्यवहार। वाह, तुम लोगों को याद था कि नहीं याद आया? भास्कर याद था सब? ऑल 5? शब्द, लक्षण, अर्थ, व्यवहार एंड pratiti. 5 ways. Just as these two are different from each other in 5 ways, so also sukham and dukkham is different from each other in these 5 ways. Evam pancha prakaraihi yatha vailakshanyam evam ananda lakshanam tapatrayatmake dukhe nasti. Now, whichever tapa it is, whether it is adi adhyatmika, adi daivika, adi bhautika, none of it can ever be called as ananda or sukha. Correct? Dukhe nasti. Dukkha lakshanam api atmaswarupe anande nasti. Tasmat shabdadibhihi panchaprakarehi anayoho vailakshanyam vijanihi. Know it. Further, atra nikrishtārtha siddhantah kaha iti chet. So what is the final nikrishta? Okay, that what is fine, distilled, conclusive siddhanta. Conclusion. Conclusive conclusion is what? Conclusion that you have come to. What should we come to? What should we understand from this discourse of yours? Of the entire 8th chapter. Atra nikrishtartha siddhantah kaha iti chet. Antaha means conclusion. Where have you come up to this word of anta, meaning conclusion? Do you know where, Bhaskar?
Vedanta.
And conclusion. नासतो विद्यते भावः ना भावो विद्यते सतः उभयोरपि दृष्टान्तः दृष्टवन्तः Tattvadarshi, that the Tattvadarshis have seen Drashta. What have they seen? The Anta, the conclusion about Sat and Asat. So the word Anta, we understand, means conclusion. You may have come to the conclusion, but not necessarily that this conclusion is something proven. You know, we come to wrong conclusions also or not. Huh? Oh, this man has got light brown eyes, which means he must be cunning. Conclusion. You know? But not necessary. You can have conclusions, but those conclusions are not. So you can have an anta, but it is not siddhanta. What we need is siddhanta, conclusion which has come through proper pramanas, and that when it comes to the pramanas, it is something that is proven, siddha. And therefore, siddhanta kaha iti chet. What is your siddhanta when you have now discussed Atma, Satchidananda, etc.? What should we understand? What is the take home point? Okay, here it is said, Rajuvad Sadrupadityavad Chidrupaha Rajjuvad Sadrupaha Adityavad Chidrupaha Amritavad Anandarupaha Aham Shabdartha. Now, when the most common word that is used for in life, if there is any word which is used maximum time, is what? Aham, I. One uses it. But what is the meaning of this word aham? What is the meaning of this word aham? Aham shabdartha, because aham is a shabda. If there is a shabda, then it should have an object associated with it. Because if there is a shabda and you're not going to have any this thing, object, then how is it going to be like Mandhyaputra? Alikam. So you need an object to it. So what is the word showing you when you use the word aham? What does it mean? So till the point your buddhi now recognizes the meaning of the word aham as Sat, Chid and Ananda, till then you have to do Shravana Mananam Nidhyasanam. Okay? When using the word aham, it means I'm a man and I'm good, bad, punyavan, papi, so on and so forth. Then we have not understood the meaning of word aham. So how should it be? Rajjuvat Sadrupaha. In case of Sarpa and Rajju Sarpa. In case of that Rajju Sarpa. Rajju is the reality. And what is the case of that Sarpa?
Mithya.
Appearance, Mithya. So Rajjuvat Sadrupaha. This, whatever this aham is Sat. And all the rest of it are all appearances. That appearances is not what is I. Because you have used the same word I for different akritis. When as a small baby, now that Sharira is komal and small and what do they call komal means? Delicate. That akara you called as aham. Then as it grew older, then that different akaras you said as aham. Then finally, when this is there, when the teeth have become loose and then the wrinkles and the hair is all gone. Now, this what you call as aham. Which of these akritis is actually aham? Because aham is aham. That which stays, according to the Nayayikas, that which is common in many is called a jati. Nayayikas said that what is common in many is called as jati. So, ghata, there are many ghata vyaktis. What is the jati? Ghatatva. Ghata jati nahi. Ghatatva is the jati. ठीक है? Then you had so many akritis from a small baby till this, cranky man. Now you tell me, everywhere you are saying aham, 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 aham. So is this aham something like a jati which is common in different akritis? Because there is a small ghata, there is a big ghata, there is red ghata, there is a black ghata. So different akritis are there or not? Now different akritis, yet every ghata is ghata because of ghata. So is this aham something like a jati in different akritis, though it is found? Huh? No, definitely not. And therefore, now what you have to understand over here is that this whatever you have called as aham, this body as young, old, man, and so on and so forth, is what? That these are all appearances, but what is the reality that which does not appear? And so that aham is like what? Rajjuvat. Rajjuvat sadrupaha. Adityavat chidrupaha. Amritavat आनंदरूपः इति अहम शब्दार्थ आत्मा सर्पवद अनृतात् घटवद जडात् विषवद दुःखात् देहेन्द्रियादि प्रपंचात् विलक्षणः. And so how is it? It is different from that what is anrita, which is an appearance. What is anrita? Like the snake. Okay. Snake. Which snake? Now, no, don't tell snake from jungle. We are talking about which snake? No Vedanti ever talks about a snake in the jungle. What we love is only Rajju Sarpa. No other Sarpa we like. Sarpana Vasuki. Yeah. Vasuki. No Vasuki. We like only this Vasuki and all out. Only Rajju Sarpa allowed. So, Sarpavad Anrita, Ghatadi Padartha, including Surya Chandra, Vidyut, etc., is also again that they have their Swaprakasha in consideration with the Ghatapatadi Padartha. But ultimately, it is the Atma which illumines them, and therefore, all this is Ghatavad Jadat, Vishavad Dukkhad, Dehendriyadi Prapanchat Vilakshana. So, Anrita, Jadatva, and Dukhatva, all this goes and sits where? In the Dehendriyadi Prapancha. Prapancha means this whole world, beginning from Dehendriya, etc. Dehendriyadi Prapanchan Vilakshanaha iti yo Gurumukhena Atmanam Janati. So he who has understood it, when the teacher explains, okay, good, why Gurumukha? Can he not come to it by himself? You can't stumble upon Atma. That's why. Accidental discovery nahi ho sakti. Hmm. Oh, but then discoveries are accidental only, whether it is Newton or some the X-rays and all that. Oh, no. Radioactive elements, everything. No, you can't stumble upon that. It is not an accidental discovery. So how do you know? Through the Vedanta only, but Vedanta is Shabda, and that Shabda will come from Guru Mukha. So that Mukha from where this Shabda of Vedanta comes, that is called as Guru. Okay, that is called as Guru. From that Mukha from where the Vedanta comes, that is Guru. Otherwise, this is Guru, and then you have somebody who hangs his picture on your wall to put one agarbatti. You know, iti Gurumukhena Atmanam Janati sa eva asanga. That person, then what happens to him? He discovers his asangatvam. Then sa eva kritakrityaha. He is the one who has achieved everything that had to be or has to be attained. That what even Indra also cannot attain, he has already attained. How? In knowing that this meaning of word aham is Satchidananda. Sa eva kritakrityaha. Sa eva muktaha. He alone is liberated. Iti sakala vedanta nishtayaha. Iti janihi. This is the conclusion of all the Vedanta, of all the Upanishad. No, this has to be the conclusion of all the Upanishad. What is the conclusion? He who knows Atma as Satchidananda is indeed free, liberated. Kritakrityaha, he is the one who is fulfilled. The rest of them are only fooled. He is the only one who is fulfilled. Iti janihi. Thus, we complete the Ashtama Varnakam, the 8th chapter of Laghuvasudeva Mananam finishes here. Now, Bhaskar has a question. And that question is, we have passed through so many lives of frogs and dogs and pigeons and all that. Why don't we remember that? Because presently your upadhi is that of Manushya Deha. Pigeon's knowledge of how to fly is not going to be of useful to you. Frog's experience of how to jump from one stone to another stone is not going to be useful to you. So you remember that what is useful. Because now this upadhi, in this upadhi, Manushya Deha, you have what can be remembered is your Manush. Remembered in the sense you may not remember the details, but the sanskaras will come. But the samskaras will come with you. So, And those samskaras will remain of frog, of snake, of pigeon, everything will remain. But how does it remain? It remains supta. Like even now, you have several experiences, but all those samskaras are not active at this time. Now you are listening to Vedanta here, listening to Swami. Now you may have eaten something somewhere in Bangalore. Now you're not necessarily that you are going to remember it now, because that is not required at this point. You see. So though those samskaras are there, but what is there about those samskaras? Those samskaras remain in the sleeping mode, supta. Not that those samskaras are what those samskaras remain, but when there is an occasion for those samskaras to rise, it will come up. Okay. So not that since I don't remember, I have not lived as a frog or a pigeon or something. You don't remember it just because it is not required. Just as so many samskaras, even in this life that you have acquired, are not active at this moment. They become active when there is an occasion for them to present for a response or something, or memory, it will come. All right. Here we stop for the day. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Shankaram Shankaracharya Keshavam Badaraya Sutrabhashakito Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murtibheda Vinagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti 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 Namah Parvati Pataye. Hara Hara.
Hara Mahadev.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
धन्यवाद.